Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of the free-to-play fish account with me, yours truly, your host, Krim, also known as the Asian Avenger. And of course, today I'll be playing my favorite color in Magic, which is going to be blue. I say that hesitantly because I know how the internet feels about blue. So put your pitchforks down, but for those that are also a blue mage like I am, hello friends. Today we're going to be playing Arcane Inventions, which is a mono blue deck using an artifact theme. So you'll get some 1/1 like Thopters off Psy, Master Thopterus, and of course we have Swole Djinn, Swollen Djinn, the Tempest Djinn. It gets more, like pretty much more powerful with every island you play. And of course my current, or one of my many pet cards right now in Standard, which by the way I'd love to hear what your pet cards are in the comment section. Pet cards of recent, by the way. Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp. That's right. I kind of want to get a moth altar onto this, but yeah. Anyways, this deck is going to be a lot of fun because I like the artifact theme also. And I mean, we do lose some powerful artifacts since we just had rotation and Kaladesh and Aether Revolt left. But let's see what we can do with the deck. Now, as always, this is just going to be the stock list that you see right now, and as we progress after 3 matches, I'm going to go ahead and make some deck tunings, and then I'll play the rest of the video with the new tunings. We're going to treat it like a quick constructed league, so I'm going to play 7 matches, and at the end, you'll see where we end up, and then after that, I'll show you where I'd like to go with it. Well, without holding you guys up anymore, let's get to the games. Boom, right here. Look at that. We're going to play against a Freaky Beaver. Good luck, have fun, opponent. All right, let's see how magical we can get with this blue deck. Well, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curve. So if I could just draw 3 islands all the way up, that would be wonderful news. At least we get this sweet curve of Gearsmith, Prodigy, and Field Creeper. Something about Field Creeper, dude. Alright, get in there for 2, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby squirrel. Let's do this. Gearsmith, Prodigy, and makes me miss Kaladesh. Oh, come on. Seems like we're out of lands. Alright. Alright, everyone. From here on out, this is where we're going to draw nothing but lands. Oh, come on. Don't have removal. No, no, no. Don't have removal. Come on. It's a friendly neighborhood 2/1. It doesn't even do anything. Wow. The disrespect from our opponent. Well, since we're not doing anything anyways, maybe we just bounce this, right? We save it. Well, you know what? We'll find out. We'll save it because we might not draw another land. And if we do, we'll play Psy Master Thopterus. And then we'll go ahead and just drop the Psy, and then we'll play the Field Creeper on the turn after to get like a 1/1 Thopter. Oh boy. Yeah. Totally happy I saved it. Totally unhappy that I haven't drawn anything. I'll just play this anyways. I guess I could attack here to see if he'd block, but I don't think. I guess they would trade it, right? Because it would essentially kind of deal with our whole board. The 1/1 can block the Field Creeper. Not that they really care about these cards right now, but don't worry, we're gonna draw a 3rd island, and then our opponent's gonna really regret it. Oh man. Wait, hold on. What? Am I getting memed? I think I'm getting memed. Hold on. Why? No, don't sacrifice that. What are you doing? Actually, you know what? You're progressing in the real estate game, and I am in dire need of real estate. Man, I almost feel like this is like a metaphor or something about living in California and not having enough real estate. All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna not attack here. Oh, I don't know if I feel like trading. Oh boy. No attackers. We're just going to wait until we draw our 3rd island. Any point now, deck, you will give me a land. You know what, everyone? I'm not going to lie to you. This is the perfect way to start off the video. Just like, we had the curve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we had 2 lands, unfortunately. Oh, boy. Okay. That's a thing. Nosferatu beats. Here we go. Finally. Oh, boy. Alright, feels bad. I'll just trade this. Double block me. Yeah. You get a 2/2 zombie. I don't know. I just don't want them to go as wide because, like, once they get their demon, they need to start sacrificing things in order not to, like, what is it, take like 1 billion damage? Yeah, they need to take Oh man, Nosferatu tribal. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's just hope that we can overrun them with the Thopters from Psy. Master Thopter is Psy. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, it's upon cast, not it's whenever you cast, not upon resolution. You get a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature, and you can sack 2 artifacts to draw a card. I like the sound of that personally. All right, so next turn is the big turn, right? Yeah, let's just draw a card. Let's be mana efficient, because, oh boy. All right, so this turn they sack that. They're going to get this, so they have 4 0/1s to kind of just chump with. And then they've got their 2/2, and they've got Poison Tip Archer. So this Golgari tokens-like deck is currently giving us the dunk right now. Oh boy. A 6/6 demon? Look, it doesn't even have a name. It can't be that important. It's not even legendary. Oh my lord. Oh boy. Lord have Hershey's. Alright, I'm gonna play this. Oh, my dog has decided to walk up next to my computer right now and plop down in a time of need. Thank you for comforting me. My dog's name is Thor, for those that don't know. He's a little corgi. Who's a good boy? As I need all your loving as we stare down a 6/6. Oh, nice! More tokens? That's good. That's great news. Oh. Look. Alright, everyone watching right now, I don't want to say it's not looking great, but if we don't draw, you know, like, okay, I know what you're saying. That Disperse would have come in handy right now, but sorry for not playing around the, what is it, the right of Belzenlock, alright? Oh man, the computer even has loud audio sounds, so let me know how hard I got hit there. Alright, we're almost there. I mean, we could double block. This has trample? Naturally it would. Alright. Let's hold this up, and then we're gonna try to befuddle it and block. No, that's not even enough. It won't even kill it. I need to kill this. Alright, let's just double block them. They're gonna make 2 tokens this turn, or yeah, they can make 2 tokens. So we need to not only deal with this, we have to deal with Slimefoot, for it runs wild on me like the Hulkamania that it is. Oh boy. Well, to say that I'm in a pickle is an understatement of my life. My very, very short-lived life in this game 1 right now. Oh boy. Nosferatu beats and some saplings. Opponent, I like it. I like it. Oh man. I have to double block this. I actually have to double block this. This is the sack outlet. I mean, and then they just swing in with all their tokens. Yeah. You know what? Let's humor my opponent. Let's play ball. Let's play ball here. All right. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Sure. Here you go, opponent. You put these cards in your deck for a reason. I'll see it out. All right, I'll see myself out here. You put them in your deck for a reason. I'll let you play with your cards. That's right. Sometimes I'm feeling extra generous on the ladder, and when, like, you know, of course, like, you'll probably, like, if you're playing Singleton, you'll see 5-color Super Friends, and yeah, like, I'll let them do their thing. You know, I'll sit there and watch all 400 of their Planeswalkers go off. Nice, 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 perfectly dead. Okay. That was a good game 1. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're on to the next one, though. Well, you know, even though we lost, who's to say we didn't get rewarded? We got the Auras of Majesty deck. Pretty sweet. We don't have that quest yet. I highly recommend, by the way, those that are trying to grind through the free-to-play account, to, whenever you have a 500 gold quest, try to refresh it. See if you can get a 750. We got 1. Well, hey, at least this is slightly better. We just got to cast 20 creature spells. All right, let's try another game. Let's try another game. All right. Opponent. You know, I don't know why I always have the most interesting run-ins with opponents and their names. All right. Field Creeper is going to be the beat down here. Field Creeper is going to take us home. All right. One of 20 creatures for our quest, by the way. I don't, like, okay, when I think of artifacts and I'm thinking of blue, I'm thinking the Antiquities War. And now, if you've come by my stream, you've probably heard me mention that card, maybe because I'm trying to do that subtle plug to get that card to spike, you know what I'm saying? Because I may or may not have bought 40 of those. And it hasn't taken off yet, but mark my words, everyone, it's going to take off real soon. But yeah, I'm thinking if we want to keep with the artifact theme here, why don't we play an Antiquities War? You know, fill the board up with a bunch of 1/1 Thopters, and then out of nowhere, surprise, Falcon Punch, you know, straight to the dome, a bunch of 5/5s. Antiquities War is a saga. It's 4 mana, 3 and a blue. On the first one, the first point or counter on your saga, you get to look at your top 4 or top 5 cards, I think, and you get to pull an artifact from there. You repeat that again on the second counter, but then on the third counter, all your artifacts become 5/5 creatures. So I'm okay with that. I like that. Unfortunately, they don't have haste, though, so be wary of that. Yeah, let's get that out of here. I don't know. At least we have our lands this time. Let's get that out of here. I think this is the black-red starter deck, so we might have to be watching out for that Phoenix. That Phoenix coming down is going to be a little annoying. We can try to like out-tempo them by constantly bouncing it, but can't be taking too much damage. But yeah, I mean, if we wanted to go with the artifact theme, wow, look at that, right on curve. 2, 3, 4, baby. Let's go. Let's no attacks. Sacrifice another creature. Put a 1/1 counter on this. Doesn't this look like, is it Gru? Or Drew, whatever, from Despicable Me? Kind of looks like it. 5th land? Okay, not 5th land. Not 5th land. But you know what? Even though we don't have our 5th land, we have 3 of these. We have 3 Water Knots, okay? More like Worry Knot, because we got 3 more. I'm sorry for everyone. I know, if a part of you died after hearing that terrible, terrible reach of a joke. So, if we draw our 5th land, open the graves. All right, opponent, they're about to have a mosh pit of zombies. Let's just do the old 4/4 beats then. How about that? How do you feel about a flyer? How do you feel about that right now, opponent? Yeah, I'm not gonna block any of your 1/1s. Especially this one, because it's going to turn into 2 2/2s. Okay, that's going to be a pickle. Well, you know what? How about this? You get to keep that. And we kill off the goblins, so you don't get to sacrifice any of... Oh, wait, this isn't... Wait, hold on, opponent? Hello? Okay, alright. They don't want to kill any of my artifacts. I'm okay with that. Look, they might have just missed that. They probably didn't know that. They're probably playing they might be new with the deck. So you know what? Easy to say something if we're seasoned Magic players, but always remember your opponent across from you could be new. So hoping they now maybe learn about their mistakes. That's the one thing that makes me want to have a chat option. I mean, I don't know how people. I'm pretty sure actually people would take any kind of criticism very, very harshly on the internet. I don't know. I mean, in everything I've done in my lifetime and all of that, all my work revolves around getting constructive criticism. So I'm pretty good at handling criticism, even if sometimes it's a bit. Ooh, all right. Well, yep. Looks like 4/4 flying beats. Good enough. All right, let's move to the next game. 1-1. Let's go, baby squirrel. We got this. All right, on to match 3. The tofu 6/1/1. I do like tofu, especially fried tofu. But yeah, so on to match 3. We're 1-1. After this game, we'll probably tune the deck. I know that some of you have mentioned in the first video and whatnot about how, it's probably better to go ahead and just save all of our gold and draft and do all of that stuff. So maybe we do that. I don't know yet. I like, it's just something about opening packs. And I'm sure some of you can agree with me here. I understand where the efficiency comes in, but it's 5,000 gold and you get to handpick your cards, which is pretty sweet. But packs, what about packs? All right, we need an artifact. Field Creeper, you beautiful little creature. Boom, army of 2/2s. Let's go. Alright, opponent says whatever. Wait, why did they say whatever? Well, we draw our 4th land, we get to draw a card, so then... I mean, we do have to be cautious of not overcommitting into a board wipe, because if we get Cleansing Nova here, that's just gonna be sadness. What do they play? Like, we have, once again, we have 3 of these. They don't have Settle the Wreckage. They don't have Settle the Wreckage. Wait, hold on. Do they have Settle the Wreckage? Do they have Settle the Wreckage? Monka S, I am getting very nervous here. They don't have Settle the Wreckage. No, they might have Settle the Wreckage. Okay. It's so scary because you don't know what to do. Like, I mean, like, you can only do so much, right? Alright, we just got dispersed. I don't think they've got it. We're playing this next turn and we're going all in. Or actually, we'll go this if we draw the 4th land. Air Elemental. Air Jordan at its finest. Okay, alright, so we don't have it, but we have my favorite card! Here we go, everybody. Get your foam fingers out. Zahid is about to enter once we draw the 4th land. It's like we convoked, except not at all. Oh, no, that card needs to go. That card needs to go. That card gains them 2 life. Come on, deck. Stop being funny. All right, no more jokes. Thank you, deck. I was worried the deck was trying to be funny again and make me like get like mana screwed, but there it is. Zahid, Zahizi, Zambini, Zambino. There it is. Look at him. I need to get the promo. There's a promo art of this. I love me some promo cards. I love the F&M promos. I'm so happy they took it. They changed it from. Oh man. Well, that was short-lived. Maybe we'll draw a Disperse. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, we actually just have to draw a Disperse. Well, we didn't. So, how about this? We play this and see if we would have drawn a Disperse had we not died immediately. Nope. Well, you know what I say to you, friend? Take 8. Maybe they won't attack. We'll play to our ins at this point. We're so out of it that we need to play to our ins. Nope, they attacked. All right, they saw the line. They saw the line. Well played, opponent. Well played. All right. After that beating, that brutal dunking our opponent did on us, I had to spend 1,000 gold to reward myself with a pack to feel a little better. It's a pity pack. I'll take my pity pack. What do we open in our pity pack? A mythic wild card. Nothing makes me happier to see that I opened a wild card. I mean, whether or not I'm going to actually use it, we'll find out. Specifically, with what I would build towards, there's the very cheap deck of the Tempo deck, right? But that Tempo deck is 4 rares. It uses 4 Tempest Djinns, right? You don't have to use the Warkite Marauder. I mean, you can if you have it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try to craft that. Instead, my priority number 1 will be to make Tempest Djinn. Now, I have a list that I had built last week or so on stream, and it's a mono blue, it's like a blue-black Tempo deck that is essentially protect your Thief of Sanity, but I'll show you that list later, or you can go to my channel and check the VODs, but for the majority, I would recommend just building the mono blue Tempo list. It even top 8'd a few events, so it's very competitive, so that's what I'm looking to build towards with this, but I'll show you like that build. I'll show you like a build I'd like to do with artifacts also. But right now with the collection at hand, I think we really need to start, like, if we run into a ton of tokens or like a tribal type, I think this would be pretty sweet. I don't think we have enough in a second color, do we? Like, what can we do to, like, I want to play blue-white artifacts. I think there's a blue-white precon, right? I'm pretty sure there is. I forgot, but there's a 4 mana 3/3 from like M19 that would be pretty clutch in here. But I don't know if I want to spend an uncommon wild card on that. So for those that are trying to play this deck, specifically this version where we're trying to go artifacts, I think, let me see if I can bring it up for you. Ether Shield Artificer. I think we just add the white to this, right? Like we can try to go blue-white. I like having blue-white in this just because our blue pool isn't that deep, to be honest with you. The issue with adding the second color, though, is you kind of make your Djinn a little bit weaker. Because it's basic islands, and not for island types. So the trade-off here is if we add the white or a second color, that gets significantly weaker. Or we stay with our current game plan and we just, craft a Curious Obsession. I mean, I think I want some Mistcloaked Heralds, but I need to see... Hold on, we have the Merfolk deck unlocked. How many does it come with, if any? It doesn't come with any. So maybe we just craft a few of those. This I could see being something we can use, right? Sleep is definitely something I could see us using. But, like, our pool just isn't that deep for blue. So let's see what artifacts we have. Like, we have Howling Golem. All right. So we have a third one of these. That can be a little more late game. I'd rather drop the... We do need some more artifacts, though. Okay, let's say we add black to this. We add black or white to this, right? Then we go a little more on the artifact theme. If we go into the artifact theme, we would probably have to build this, right? We would go around getting Psi Master Thopterus. Let me see, what are some good options? Blue and black gives us Nightville Predator, Whisper Agent, Mnemonic Betrayal, House Guildmage. We have a lot of blue-black dual lands. What do we have in black here that we could play? Is there anything that we have in black that'd be decent? Murder, we'd have access to Murder. We'd have access to Midnight Reaper. We'd kind of just be this blue-black mid-range, almost. This mid-range, or, like, I don't know. I mean, we could just stay in mono blue and just add more Tempest Callers. Let's keep working on this deck to keep it mono blue. Let's just keep it mono blue. We have more dispersals here. We have Drowned Secrets. We could try to mill them out with that, but that seems very, very soft. This Disperse, this is just strictly better than Disperse, right? I mean, oh, actually, no, this bounces a permanent. And this bounces a creature, but we get a Surveil. I'll keep that in. Maybe we need to keep this. Because this way, once our Djinn or our, anything of ours dies, like the Riddle Master, the Zahid, or the Tempest Djinn, we'll be able to, like, get them back in the deck, right? Tempest Caller seems pretty sweet here. I mean, we could just play this as a 3-2 flash with Surveil. So that makes it so our 3-drops are a little bit better. Maybe we don't care so much about the Tempest. The Scholars of Stars draws us cards. So, man, I don't really want... I mean, we need to keep playing to the artifact theme, right? So, Diamond Mare is cool. Stormfleet is just a 2-3 flyer. We should just go all in on the flying plan. I don't even know how... I don't really like Gearsmith Prodigy. Like, it requires, like, an artifact, right? Or for it to be a 2-2. So let's try cutting all of these, right? And then let's go up a Disperse as more interaction. We have Tempest Djinn now, so we need to cut 4 cards. Man, this is a pickle. Maybe we don't need that. The Whisper Agent. Scholar of Stars, we've got Tempest Caller. I think I'd want to go with that. Maybe go down one more 4-drop. I want all the flying. I pretty much want all flying all day long. So let's just keep it to the flying game plan, unless it's Gearsmith Guardian. Gearsmith Guardian can get pretty buff pretty quick. We can maybe go down a Field Creeper. Alright, let's try this version of the list. We have nothing else that is flying, right? Yep, okay. Nothing else with flying that I can see us using. Any other sweet artifacts? I want another Meteor Golem. We have one, but... Okay, that's good enough. Let's take this to the rest of the league and then see how it plays out. Alright, on to match number 4. Okay, so it seems like our pool isn't that deep for blue, right? So unfortunately, our collection is... It's funny that my favorite color is the color we're the lightest in for cards, but maybe we can, like, start working... I don't know, there's a good chance that I'm just down to completely drop the artifacts as a whole and then just get all flying in, right? Like, whatever flyers I can get in there, play instants and sorceries, like play the Avian Wind Mage. So we'll give this run, give this a run right now. Like, I mean, the reason why I'm keeping it in is because we do have just some plain old 5/5s, right? We're gonna be pretty much using very like vanilla like battle strategies. Like, I'm gonna just attack you with a 5/5 enough times and hope that's good enough. And it seems that we're getting thought erasured, so immediately we're already sad because I have an idea what's getting taken, and it's probably Tempest Djinn. I mean, it could be any of these other cards. What? Gears? Oh, they might have removal. That's why. Sure. That's the last thing I thought that would get taken, because normally you don't want to. I mean, that's like the highest on the curve, right? Like that's the latest with the air elemental, and at that point, I'd rather take air elemental, right? Because this has flying, and this is just going to be a 5/5. If I have a blue creature, which if my opponent's playing blue and black, I assume I won't. Oh no, they're on discard. Okay, so this is going to be much worse than I thought it was. I'll throw that away. That's a little late on the curve. Oh, man. All right, well, let's play this and see how it does. If they don't have removal, we can bounce it back, right, with Disperse, when they try to use removal, that is. Don't forget that you can definitely use this on your own stuff as a way to protect a creature. Disperse can bounce a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And I know that, oh, man. I mean, they had to have had it, I guess. Like, there's no way they wouldn't, but let's play this. If we can play this, we can tap it down and play Zahid. One thing is, if you play any kind of, like, control magic effects that, like, steals a creature from your opponent, know that if you bounce it, it goes back to their hand. Oh, boy. That's really, really unfortunate here. Because we kind of need that, right? Like, we kind of need that. As weird as it sounds, I think we kind of need that. Because if we lose this and we don't have any other artifacts, the Zahid costs 6 mana. Let's draw first. Well, whatever. Next turn, we can go ahead and play. We maybe can bait out some more removal from them with this. If they want to, if like skeleton archers or anything like that, and then we'll just go ahead and play land, field creeper, tap down the new field creeper, and then drop Zahid, and hope they don't have another murder. But almost every account starts with a ton of murder, so I am a little concerned here. Water Knot. Alright, well, that's good news for us. That's one less Water Knot on our Zahid Djinn of the Lamp here. Alright. No counterspell. Nice. Yes. I mean, okay, there is a discussion for us to play the Aven Windmage to maybe see if there's more removal in their hand, but which I'm pretty sure there is. I'd be surprised if it is, if like they don't have a billion more. Let's hope they just have a handful of cast downs. Just nothing but cast down. Because this is legendary, doesn't die to it. Oh my lord. We are getting bodied. Our blue pool is a little soft. Our blue pool is a little soft. Yeah, we need dive downs also. Maybe we should just start crafting some dive downs. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend a few wild cards just to like craft dive down. Stuff to protect our Djinn and stuff like that. Because them casting that is a beating. Like, I don't know if we can actually beat that, right? We have to bounce it. We have to wait till we draw either our Dispersal or any of our, like, the one bounce that Surveil. But I know that we can't actually kill that because we're in mono blue. Oh, no, that's also problematic. Yep. Man, our opponent's... like, I'm sure our opponent looks like they're also free to play. They've definitely got some sweet free to play cards here. I will double block the Hostage Taker immediately. There's no doubt in my mind that I would not, like, I mean, definitely be blocking this. Oh, no, hold on, but it gets it back. Man, whatever. Gotta just get it back. How do we can't actually, like, permanently deal with this. That's the worst part about all of this. We cannot permanently deal with that. I mean, they just block it, right? Or they don't block it. They just let it go through there at 21. Man, this isn't looking good for us. And the best part is I don't even think they need the Hostage Taker here. How much does it cost to do it? It's 7 mana? Wait, why would they not just get the Hostage Taker? That seems weird. I mean, they are ahead on the race, so I guess it doesn't... Oh, can't be blocked this turn except by spirits. That's right. Deckhand's got some other abilities. Okay. Not a bounce effect. So this is looking pretty over for us here. Because they're just going to play that. They're going to make it unblockable. They got us. All right, we have to go back to the drawing board here. The deck needs some kind of engine, right? And I think that engine's going to come from Curious Obsession. So I think this is worth, because like this is going to build us towards the deck we want to play anyways in mono blue. I know we've got a bunch of other decks too, because like what after this we have to play the mono white deck. So I don't want to use all my uncommons, but I definitely think this is good enough to build. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here. Really just feeling the idea of just going once again mono blue flyers, right? Mono blue flyers seems like just where I want to be. So Field Creeper doesn't do enough. Whisper Agent, are you good enough? Probably not, right? And then I want to probably now spend a few common wild cards too, because I really want that Mistcloaked Herald. And of course, you know, we'll spend like 2, right? And we'll do it this way. We'll mix and match our arts because, you know, that's how I roll. So now we have some early game. We want some dive downs also. Like where? Okay, there's dive down. The Merfolk deck really didn't come with any dive downs. That's kind of surprising to me. Pioneer, we can drop that. Arcane Encyclopedia is just going to be something that we want to play for the sake of it being a sweet card that we can use to like draw cards later. I want to keep all the water knots. Maybe we go down a disperse here. And that should be good enough, right? We have dive down. We have a few disperses to keep ourselves alive. Let's try the newer version right here. So don't even worry about the last version. Let's go ahead and get this list all done and up and running. All right, this time we are 1-3. Like the last video, we did really well with the mono red deck. Maybe I'm just a mono red player at heart. But this time it's 1-3. Let's see if we can get a little bit better of luck here. Oh boy, it's not a really smooth. Let's try it. That's a 2-drop. That's a 2-drop. We have 2-2-drops in like we can have a bounce effect. We have water knot. Let's just hope that we draw enough lands so that we can get to air elemental. I think we could look into crafting maybe one of these if we want to go mono blue flyers. Ideally, I want to get another Djinn. I think the Djinn is just so important in this deck, and the deck, by the way, is absurdly cheap on paper. The mono blue deck. I think Saffron Olive actually did a video on the mono blue deck too, like a deck tech on it, because it's like what, like $40? I mean, I think that's a steal. That's insane to have a price that's like, you know, viable for $40. I think that's pretty insane, especially like coming off the heels of like, I mean, Last Standard wasn't that expensive, right? I don't think it was that expensive for me. Actually, not just for me. I think for everybody. The Konzatar Kier Standard, now that was a pricey meatball right there. That one was absurdly expensive. All right, so what is this? When it dies? It has to die, right? They're not going to trade it. They're not going to trade it. I'm casting this first, because then they'll think, oh, well, I don't have to worry about anything. Now, I know I could cast things in the main. I should be casting a few things in the main, but right there, that was just to see if they'd want to trade it. Like, oh, he doesn't have any kind of effects or anything. He can't play anything. He can't pump it. He can't bounce anything. No tricks. Maybe he'd trade it. Because then I'd like to save my Water Knot for something outside of Paladin Atonement. Because unless they get like a sack effect, I mean, I could always just bounce it too. But I don't want to use Disperse on that. I want to use it on something else. Possibly like an Ixalan's Binding or whatnot. That's a good card. That's a good card right there. That's a good card. All right, so are they going to hit us for 2? I mean, I'm going to swing with these 2. See if like our opponent's willing to trade at all. All right, so our opponent's not going to really do much of anything here, so it seems. So let's go ahead and play this. Go a little wider. They gain another 1/1 counter on it, but good news, we do have a Disperse to bounce that and reset the card and make them play it again. I'd like to draw 2 lands here. Sooner I can get to Air Elemental, the better, right? And of course, I want to eventually hit the late game. The late game that is Meteor Golem. Oh boy. Alright, so this Vampire deck is getting a little annoying here with how much life gain they've got going on. Because now, all of that damage I've done has been negated, right? Oh no, that's hard. That's hard to see. It's hard to look at. Alright, buddy. Hit me for like 1,000,000. You got it. All right, land number 4. Let's just keep punching. Put them down to 16, unless they block. If they block, then sure, whatever. I might just take some damage this turn from our opponent's creatures, and at the end disperse. Probably. So we're gonna take 4, 6. So we drop down to 8. They can choose whether or not they want to block. They do. They want to block this, so that's fine. I don't want to Water Knot this, the Paladin of Atonement, just because it doesn't do anything. Like, I gotta make sure auto tap's on, and it is. Because it'll sit there, it'll still grow, and then as long as it's growing, they could just sack it one time and gain a ton of life. I'd rather just reset everything. That's a lot of damage for me to take this turn, but it's damage that I'm gonna have to take. Yep. All right, end of turn. Let's go ahead and bounce this back. This is getting a little massive here. Dude, come on. What's going on? Okay. No lands. The feel bads. Super feel bads. Looks like 1 in 4 with this deck. Yeah, it's weird. The blue, like the mono blue artifact deck, just unless you have a deep blue pool, is not really that good. I think this is the hardest deck to probably start with. I mean, I kind of knew that going into this, just looking at the deck list. It's definitely one of the hardest ones that you could be trying to, you know, like grind with. Yeah, that's not looking too good for us, because whenever they gain life, like that's lethal at any point if they can, like lethal. Yeah, you know, we're going to just have to scoop them up. I'll see you later, opponent. Thank you for the games. I'm not going to, like, immediately jump to any conclusions and make some changes. I mean, we already knew the deck is going to be a work in progress, and it's just going to require more grinding, right? The mono blue one's definitely the hardest deck to get through, though. Hipster Hunter. All right. Good luck, opponent. Have fun. See how this plays out. Also, if you guys hear some shuffling in the background, that's because I have, while I sit in front of my computer or while I'm streaming or anything like that, I'm always shuffling a random stack of like commons and uncommons that I accidentally shuffled my Japanese polluted delta one time into it, so I kind of nicked the corner of it, but it's okay. Let's see. I mean, this seems good, right? We have Mistcloaked Herald into Stormfleet Aerialist. Hopefully we just draw enough lands. I don't think the deck needs that many lands, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess if we're playing a bunch of 5s, I guess we should go up some more. I think it starts with like what, 23 or something like that, 24 lands. Let me take a look here. It's 25 lands. Oh wow. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If it's 25, like this should be at 25 lands since we're playing a decent amount of 5 drops. It looks like we're already there. We're just having a little bit of a unfortunate draws. Also, we're gonna just have to slog through our opponent's creatures here and decks. We know that a lot of our opponents have had some pretty powerful cards. We just need to get more Curious Obsessions. Maybe it's worth it just to go all in on the Curious Obsessions. Card is just great, right? Like, I don't see a reason not to. Okay, before we end, is my client bugged? It seems like my client might be bugged. I'll have to reset after this video, but for right now, it seems like the client's bugged. Like, the lands are all, like, locked up. Alright, opponent, what do you got for me here? Let's go ahead and go to attacks. Nope, never mind. The client seemed to have fixed itself. So let's go play Arcane Encyclopedia. Maybe we just want more of these, too. We can go like a budget control deck with this. That'd be pretty sweet. Although we don't really have any Teferis or... I missed the old blue-black deck that we got a free Nezahal with it. And then also like the blue-red that got you the River's Rebuke. Well, both of these can't be blocked, so... I'm gonna go ahead and just punch. I like this. So yeah, the evasion of this, the flying here. I'm definitely leaning more towards just playing blue, like mono blue flyers and just dropping all the artifacts. Wish we had some Siren Storm Tamers too. I don't want to give him that, to be honest with you, so I'm going to bounce this back. Hold on, let me read this one more time. Enchant creature. As Metaphor enters the battlefield, choose a creature. It enters as a copy of that. I don't think I want to give him that, to be honest with you. So that's fine. We'll fizzle that spell. And then we're going to just go ahead and play Gearsmith Guardian. Yeah, we really don't want to like give them anything that can like block our flyers. I want them to play their own and then like, you know, trade their own. Like, that's fine. I don't know. I think I'm going to definitely play Gearsmith Guardian this turn because we already have the blue creature. I don't know what our opponent's doing, though. This is an interesting card. The art is sweet, though. I really do like the art on this card. Like, look at that. Very representative of the card and what it does. I like it. You think they've got more? I'm concerned if they get a Gearsmith Guardian, to be honest with you. We get to draw with this? I'm gonna play this, and we get to draw a card. Like, they've got a grip full of cards, so I don't want to commit something that, like, I can't really efficiently deal with, right? Tempest Djinn? Cool. Ooh, 2-color Tempest Djinn. Alright, opponent. So it seems like they took the deck that we're playing and added the green to it. Oh, that's sweet. I mean, that just gives us more, like, value when we use the Water Knot on it, but that is pretty sweet. Oh, boy. Here we go, opponent. I will not be blocking that at all. You can... That reads as unblockable right now. So let's Water Knot this. And we get to draw this turn, so I'm pretty excited about that. They're down to 9. I think we're definitely going to win this race as of right now. I wonder what they fused the green for. Like, maybe they... Like, outside of, like, these enchantments, I'm wondering what else they could have fused the green for. Like, with the blue. They put 2 colors in the deck. Maybe they opened... No, Nissa rotated. That's a card. It's a big card. Alright, so we need to disperse that. Okay, or another island. It's okay. You know what? Though that we're down to 11, and we go down to 1 after this, right? Oh boy. This has Trample. That's kind of hard to deal with. We hold the artifact, we get to play Psy, Meteor, or Thopterist. I don't think it's worth it. I think we need to play this. And then we need to block that. So I'm just going to send this in. This has to block there. We have to try to double block this and hope that they don't have like a Titanic Growth or something like that. Because I don't know how we beat Ghostbark to win right now unless we draw a Dispersal of sorts. By the way, for those that don't know, Gearsmith Guardian just gets +2/+0 as long as I control a blue creature. So, oh man, hey, we found what they added the green for. By the way, everyone, it looks like we found exactly what it's for. All right, well, we'll just take 10. We'll go to 1. What's the worst that could happen? Let's go to 1. That is maybe something we need to do. Yep, just a comfortable 1. Alright, we gotta draw. Oh, that hurts so much. So it's 7-10. Right now we have just enough to block the damage, but not kill it, right? There's no way we can kill it. It has Trample, so we have to block 10 damage worth. So that's 1. That's 7. That's 10 right there. Feels bad, but it's something I've got to do. They get to clean off the board. We get to live for exactly 1 more turn to draw any of our bounce effects. We also we want to actually try to add Exclusion Mage into the 3-drop slot. Curious Obsession. Now that's a card I can get behind, as that will help us maybe draw our way out of this. Take the action. Oh, 1 last chance. Oh, man. All right. Let's go ahead and drop the Devious Cover-Up. We don't want that either. So 1 in 5. This shows you guys though that I do not cherry pick my matches. I will show you exactly. I will show you the nitty gritty, even if it is very gritty right now. You know what? Let's just go up to another bounce effect. I want another bounce effect. We've been in desperate need of a bounce effect here. So 1 and 5. So if we were doing a quick constructed league right now, this would already be over, right? This whole league would already be over because you go up to about 3 losses, and then it's either first to 7 wins or 3 losses, and we've got more than enough we've got like a billion losses right now. Let's keep this. All right. So we now have a 2-drop. It looks like we're probably going to play against some kind of Soul Sisters. That means like a life gain deck for those that have played like Modern and stuff like that. Oh, wait, vampires with this? Okay, seems interesting. We just need to make this live till turn 5, right? And then we get a 1/1. Yeah, I don't know if the artifacts are paying off. I really just like it because it has a bunch of flyers. That's what it's there for, right? It just makes more flyers. Whether or not that's worth it yet remains to be seen. Like, I mean, we'll find out. Right now, at this point, we can't keep this, right? We can't let this just sit on the board. It's not gonna be good for us. So let's just play this. Well, we got to get on board. We got to start fighting him. We just got to start fighting him. I know that's only 1 damage against a deck that has like a billion life gain plus this. It's looking pretty bad, and you got to assume that they probably have like a million ways to gain life here, and I'm a little concerned about that. They would have to double block to kill this, right? Or they could just choose to chump, which they could just block with Novice Knight and call it a day. Yep. Oh, man, that's so brutal. Yep. That's 2 life for every one of those. That is really rough for us right now. Let's send this in. One, just chip at him for 1. Make it so that they think they can swing in with the tokens, and then we'll just bounce the whole... Oh, boy. Okay. Our opponent is going to just not even care about our Djinn here. Oh, boy. 1 and 6. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we're all in on the Djinn plan, huh? All right, Djinn Tribal. Here we go. Here we go, everyone. Djinn Tribal. Hey, at least we negated some of that. Not really, but we kind of did, I guess. Can we actually win this? There's no way, right? Holy cow. Are we doing it right now, chat? Are we going off? Can we survive the onslaught of life-gating vampires? Well, at least that's for non-tokens. That's good news. All right, sweet. So let's go to blocks. Block. 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 Right, those are the 4 blocks. Actually, we can even block 1 more. Those would be the blocks, and then we just bounce everything. Or we could draw a ton of cards, right? Those would be the 5 blockers. Let's bounce that back to their hand. So we trade off some of our board for it, but at least, you know, they don't get any more powerful. And now we can actually just swing with all of these. If they're gonna have to trade that off if they don't want to take 5 damage randomly, and it looks like they are contemplating on it. Interesting. We could have put them down to 1. Well, no, they would have blocked here, and then we put them down to 2. All right, that's fine. Good news is now any targeted removal we have protection from. This card's gonna get very massive, very swole, but I think we're not gonna attack with our ground troops anymore, right? Like, there's no need to. We don't want to give them the chance of like gaining any life from that or gaining any more life, but it looks like we win this one. Looks like we win this one. I mean, we just don't attack with ground units, and then this way, like, they can't block with this and get a 2/2 zombie and gain a ton of life, right? Because we have exactly 7. We have 12 damage in the air right now. Oh, yeah. Djinn beatdown. Djinn tribal. Let's go. Yes! All right, we got there. All right, we got a win. We got another win. What is that? 2 in like 100? All right, that's fine. All right, I kind of briefly went over these, but here are the 4 cards I think you need in this deck. I'm going to go a little more in depth on this part of it, but so unfortunately with the mono blue deck, what I try to do is try to get it so that you know which cards are the most like like that are the must crafts are the ones that are a little more versatile. But the cards in this deck are very, very much so niche, and they're pretty much played only in this deck, right? Maybe the Wizards retort into like a random blue-red Wizards deck, but this is really just going to be for this style of deck. But yeah, so if you want to play the mono blue, you're gonna definitely want Wizard's Retort because you're playing a ton of wizards in Siren Storm Tamer. You know, you've got that. You've got the Exclusion Mage, I believe. I think Exclusion Mage is a wizard. I think so. Yeah, it is. And then of course you have Merfolk Trickster. Merfolk Trickster is very good at tapping things down and just like once again doing the tempo plays, getting your threats through just to bleed out that last bit of damage. And often when you play that card, Trickster, or you know any of your wizards, this will just be a counterspell. It's going to be a 2-mana counter whatever your opponent tries to do, a catch-all for anything except for like obviously uncounterable targets. Very important, especially like it's very, very good against like all the board wipes like Ritual of Soot, and then you know like Cleansing Novas, Settles, and stuff like that. Curious Obsession, this is the main engine of the deck. Like when this deck is firing on all cylinders, this card is usually somewhere in the mix because this card gives it +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep or at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with a creature this turn, sacrifice Curious Obsession. That's right. So don't try to play this as a way to pump and block. You have to attack. I mean, not with you don't have to exactly attack with the creature this is equipped to, but you do need to attack with any creature to keep this on the creature. But yeah, so attaching this to like Mistcloaked Herald, and wait, hold on, did I just say blocking? Blocking? Come on now. We don't block with this deck. Curious Obsession makes it so that like cards like the little Mistcloaked Herald can just get through because that card is unblockable and is going to just deal 2 and draw you a card every time. Often, it's always turn 1, play Mistcloaked Herald, turn 2, play Curious Obsession, hold up Dive Down or something, or a Spell Pierce to protect your Mistcloaked Herald, and then just draw away, and then your opponent just gets real sad from then on out. But this can be used on so many other things too, because a lot of your threats have flying, so they're able to they have the evasion built in already, but the super evasion comes from Mistcloaked Herald. So a huge centerpiece of this deck. You want 4 of these, and you want 4 Wizard's Retorts right off the bat. Like I think you really need those cards to make this deck work. And of course, Siren Storm Tamer. See what I'm saying? There's so many uncommon wild cards being used in this deck. But yeah, Siren Storm Tamer, another 1-drop, also a Siren Pirate Wizard. That's right, all of it. All of it. It's got everything. It's a pirate and a wizard, so I bring up the pirate because there's one thing I'd like to show you before the end of this. But yeah, so this card is a 1/1 flying for 1 that can sacrifice itself to counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. That's right. So this can protect you from a Settle the Wreckage if you need, because that your opponent has to target you for them to settle the wreckage. This does not counter a Cleansing Nova or anything like that, or a Ritual of Soot, though. So remember that. Mass board clears that this does not protect you from. And of course, it counters any spell or ability, so a Chupacabra coming down, Ravenous Chupacabra, you can sack this to protect. Of course, you know, cast down any of those removals. This is just pretty much another way to protect your creatures that can also attack and swing, and reduces the cost to make your Wizard's Retort cost 2 mana. Very good, needs 4 of these. This deck is very streamlined, by the way. Everything is just a 4 of. Oh wait, 4 ofs? Like this? Yes. As we said earlier, Swole Djinn, Swollen Djinn, whatever you want to call them, Tempest Djinn is the truth in this deck. This card is a 3-mana 0/4 with flying that gets +1/+0 for each basic island. Not island type, once again. Watery Grave and stuff like that will not count towards this. It has to be a basic island. So yeah, this card is a house, right? This is what you drop after they've used all their removal spells, used whatever they could to answer all your early threats, and this just usually closes out the game. And maybe they answer the first 2, but what are they going to do about the 3rd and the 4th one, especially when you start sideboarding and protecting your creatures? This card is this is the only rare that you have to craft in the deck, because the deck only uses about 6 rares, but this is the only one that's a must-have. You have to have 4 of these. This is just going to close out the game real quick. Boom! Bonus round. I told you I'd show you something at the end of the video, and it's this. This deck is a deck that I've been working on for about a week, but this style of deck that is. But this exact list I saw online 5-0 to competitive league by Ruckus MH. Now, I like how you think, Ruckus. I like it because let me tell you this. Thief of Sanity, I love that card. The differences between my list and your Ruckus's list, though, is I don't play Dreamcaller Siren or the Deadweights, which the Dreamcallers are a nice inclusion, actually. So that I'm very interested in trying this list out. You essentially you add the black, so you drop the Djinn. This deck will use more rare wild cards because you're gonna need Watery Grave, Drowned Catacombs, and the 4 Warkite Marauders and the Thief of Sanities. But if this is, if it's something that you're interested in trying and you have the wild cards to try, then feel free to try it because I'm going to do it. I want to test it. And if you guys want to see me film a league with this deck, let me know down in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for coming back for episode 4. I really do appreciate you coming back and supporting the content that's created here. And if you like the content and, feel free to just keep dropping comments, by the way, because I read the comments. I love hearing your feedback. Thank you so much for being awesome and supportive of me, guys. I hope to see you back here in the next video. As always, your host, Krim, the Asian Avenger, signing out.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.